All right, everyone. So in this video, I will be breaking down the Berserker Signal indicator from AlgoPoint. And yes, this is the other indicator that they provided for me to review objectively. No paid sponsorship here, just brutal, honest review. All right. So with that being said, let's begin. All right. So let's talk about the indicator itself. So this is how it will look like. And I did change a few things just for, visualization and stuff like that. But yeah, this is what you get. This is how the signals will look like. I'm on the 1 hour time frame. And let's talk about this little part of the email so you guys can get a bit more context. So this is what they told me. The Berserker Signals is based on Supertrend. Through various tests and modifications, we managed to generate reversal signals from Supertrend and built the indicator on this logic. When users first obtain the indicator and add it to the chart, they see a lot of signals and many of these unsuccessful signals. Since it is a difficult indicator to adjust, they get confused and generally send us emails. The instructions and usage logic we provide them with are as follows. There's always volatility in any asset, which means there is almost always an opportunity. Our goal is not about finding a good setting, but about eliminating bad signals with good filters. The preset filtering options within Berserker Signals are specifically designed for this purpose. If your trading style is to capture pullbacks and trends, you can use the EMA filter. If you are using it in sideways markets, you can use the RSI or CCI filters. The problem is, real quick, the problem is that they don't really specify like what RSI or CCI filters you should use. Like there's kind of a presupposition here that they're assuming that you know how to use the RSI or CCI filters and to be able to adjust them in the indicator. But you guys will have to do like a little bit more research on that. Or you can combine them all. This depends entirely on what you want and which trading style you adopt. The signal tuner setting within the indicator defaults to 2.4, which means quite frequent signals. Personally, I use it at 5 to 6 and set the reversal booster to auto mode, so I don't have to deal with it extra. Then I apply filters based on my trading style. If there's a strong upward or downward trend in the market, I use the EMA filter and set the EMA length to around 400 to 500. This allows me to enter the trade in the direction of the trend after a correction in the strong trend direction. The filtering settings I apply vary depending on market conditions. And then it says you can access the YouTube video we prepared for the Berserker Signal indicator here. I'm going to be honest, the video here is just as much of a trailer as the other video I have showed you on their investment tool. There really isn't much of an explanation of anything. All right. So with that being said, let's talk about customization and flexibility. So I kind of have a little checklist here that you guys aren't looking at, but don't worry, I'm going to go through it. So the first thing is, can I adjust the core settings like sensitivity, filters, time frames, etc. So all right, so right now I kind of have some settings already set up here, but yeah, you can actually change a few things. I'm going to turn off the candle coloring because I'm going to be honest, I hate it. I don't like it. I really don't like it. But yeah, everything else though can be slightly customizable. So if you're someone debating between, wanting some kind of customization, but not too much to where you get confused, I think this indicator does a really, really good job at it. So I would say that this is actually pretty good, and it's actually cheaper too. I can't remember the exact price, but I know it's a little more cheaper. And so if anything, if I were to buy an AlgoPoint indicator and had to choose whether it's the investment tool or the Berserker Signals, I would probably end up going with the Berserker Signals because this is actually not that bad. Although I do wish there was a little bit more, but it is what it is. Next, does it fit my trading style or am I forced to adopt theirs? And guys, you can actually implement this with your trading style considering all the different signals you get. So obviously I'm going to show you a couple of ways that you can trade with it. But yeah, if you're someone that happens to get a signal and it aligns with the trade that you're getting a good bit of signals here. But you can also filter them out. It's up to you. But I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. It's not that bad. But yeah, you do get a couple of signals. See, now, like I said, I will give you a way of how you can trade them. Next is signal logic and transparency. Are the signal types clearly explained? So does it explain like why these signals are coming out? And it's kind of, in a sense, self-explanatory because it's a combination of filters, right, and settings. So, you know, if you get a green upward tick, that means it's a buy, right? It's a possible buy. So if you get a red one here, you know, it's a possible sell. You can enter off of that. So it's kind of self-explanatory. There's no extra stuff that you need to worry about. You know, you see green and an up arrow, you buy. You see a red and a down arrow, you sell. Simple, right? Now, next is signal logic and transparency. So does the indicator tell me why it's giving a signal or just what to do? And again, it's all self-explanatory, right? Do I know how seriously to take each signal? Now, when it comes to like how serious you should take each one, just by looking at it, you're gonna have to use a little bit of deductive reasoning and say, okay, not every signal that I take should be taken seriously, right? Because there could be a few things that need to be adjusted, or you get too many frequent signals. And also depends on how you adjust the signal tuner and all these different things, right? So remember, the more you adjust it, and I guess the harder you make the indicator for it to find signals, the more reliable each signal becomes, right? Next, user guidance and education. Is there a proper user guide or tutorial? No, actually I have a, let me see here, I have the website here. So there really isn't much of a tutorial here, other than what I just showed you. So yeah, there really isn't, like they don't have like a super deep user guide or anything like that, so that sucks. The next thing here, are there examples or case studies of how to use it properly? No, not really. Which sucks. Are any optimal market conditions or pairs / timeframes recommendations provided? No, not even that. There actually isn't. I mean, other than certain market conditions, it tells you when you can trade. It can, you know, trade in consolidation. But this is like what they told me. You know, I only know this because of what they told me. All right. But I mean, actually, now that I think about it, if we go back here, it says fine, advanced profit channel. I mean, crypto. Okay, so it's good for swing trading, timing stock reversals. Okay, so you can trade against the tide, so I guess you can trade against the trend too. Yeah, but I mean, the video might tell you if it, you know, if it works for reversals or not, but like I said, it's not straightforward, man. So when it comes to optimal market conditions or which time frames or pairs to use it, yeah, there really isn't a detailed guide on that. Historical signal visualization. Can I see past signals visually on the chart? Yes, you can. Can I toggle history on and off to analyze signal consistency? No, not really. Does it help me build trust and backtest the tool properly? Sort of. I mean, you can still backtest it. Actually, you guys might be wondering if it repaints. Let's see. I don't think there's any repainting, but let's see if we got that one there. No, it doesn't look like it repaints, guys. They would have told me by now. Nope, no repainting, so that's good. All right, so performance and stats dashboard. Is there a built-in dashboard? Nope. Kind of like the one from Pipfinite Indicators. Amazing indicator, man. I will be doing a review on them at some point. Can I track how often the indicator hits TP stop loss? No, because again, there's no dashboard. Does it log or export past performance? Nope. The only way it logs it is from what you see. That's your log, basically. So is this a standalone or confirmation tool? Does the creator clearly say whether this should be used alone or with a strategy? Now, I guess they don't directly say it, but it kind of infers it. Filter apply. I mean, yeah, they don't really say directly. Yeah, you can use this with just the signals alone, but I mean, you can try. Let's see. Is it better to be used as a confirmation tool, or is it sold as a full entry system? It's better to use as a confirmation tool, to be honest, because you know you're still a lot of adjusting, and some of the signals can still be pretty bad. Let's see. Does it interfere or complement my existing strategy? I mean, it can complement it. I mean, at the end of the day, these are just, I would just view them as like extra confirmation tools, right? Next, strategic value. Does it help refine entries, exits, or confirmations? Yes, it can. I believe there's another way to show, like, let's see, maybe profit channel. Nah, that sucks. Okay. Yeah, like the profit channel, I guess it tells you like once the channel stops printing, like that's where you would exit, I'm assuming. Let's see, does it encourage independent analysis or promote over reliance? You definitely have to do your own analysis because you can't fully trust each signal. Not I mean, at least not to my knowledge, because I haven't really adjusted the settings like that. Let's see. Does it fit into a structured rule-based plan, or is it too vague? I mean, it's a little vague, I'm not gonna lie, but you would still use your own trading plan. It would complement it, so you'll be fine. Now, would I pay for a 2.0 version with more tools, backtesting, and flexibility? Yes, I would. I do think this indicator has some potential here, but I need a dashboard, man. I need something a little bit better. Again, AlgoPoint, if you're actually watching the entire video, please look at Pipfinit's indicators. I mean, those guys do a really good job. Would a premium version solve most of its current drawbacks? Yes, I think there would. Yeah, if you guys had a premium version with more detailed guides and all these different things, like that would be so much better. Now, for the final score in terms of ease of use, good, decent, or confusing, I would say ease of use, it's actually decent. It would make it good if you guys had a full-on guide on this stuff, like an in-depth guide, all right, or like a full video explaining everything. That would make it good, but for now I'm giving it decent. Accuracy versus expectation, I would say, let me see, let's look at the website real quick. So at first you look at it and it's like, oh wow, you know, seems legit, whatever, but I mean, for $149, I would say 3x with one signal. Okay, now that's a problem. 30x with one signal, that's a problem. I would say it's close. I wouldn't necessarily say it's matched. Because when I see something like this, 30x with one signal, I mean, yeah, you're kind of making me think that I'm gonna get a really good signals indicator. So yeah, transparency and trustworthiness. There's needs clarity, and hidden logic. Hidden logic is the worst. Needs clarity, man. This thing needs clarity. I mean, there's not a lot that these guys are giving people. You guys need to be more in depth. Again, Pipfinit indicators. Now, value for the money. Is it worth it? Maybe, or not worth it? And the answer is maybe. Again, maybe. Look, again, if I had to choose between this one and the investment tool, I would still choose this one. Again, maybe. Okay, maybe. I wouldn't necessarily completely discard it. I do think there might be some good use to it. Yeah, but definitely worth more than this one. Okay. And the signal sync, I think the signal sync, I forgot to mention this, but I think signal sync is actually like some kind of grid trading strategy, or at least that's what it seems like to me, but I could be wrong. Now let's move on to the trading examples. Okay, so I'm just gonna wing it here. So I want to use the recommendation and a few of my own settings for finding signals here. So I have the 450 EMA and a 21 EMA, and so far it does a pretty good job filtering out the signal. So you want the EMAs to align. So here, like for instance, I have a buy signal and I have an EMA going above the 450 EMA. Now it's up to you if you want to buy whether like the candles are like in between, right? If you want to wait for the candle to bounce off of the EMA, the 21 EMA, that's up to you. But as you can see, it does a pretty good job at filtering them. Like this, like it says buy, right, but it started going down. So that's why I'm saying it's up to you. Okay. But let's see here. Like we have another one here, right? Let's see. Like you could have waited for this bullish candle here, and then we could say stop loss under this order block right here. So I guess you could say it's bouncing off of that order block, and then take profit over here, right up this high. So not bad, right? You guys, it's up to you. If you guys also want to use it as like a swing trading strategy, you can try that. It's just gonna take a while to like test it on different pairs. You can also use like smart money stuff if you want. It's up to you, but I wouldn't overly rely on just like the EMAs and the signals that it gives, because that would be dumb. So pair it up with your own strategy. Ask, like, if I was you guys, I'd email them and tell them, hey, this is what I want to see, this is what I want you guys to do in future iterations of your guys' indicators or of the Berserker signals. I think these indicators do have potential, though. I do think they have potential, but I also think they're holding back a little bit because they are making their indicators I guess public, in the sense that they're giving away the source code, or not giving it away, but they're selling it. So it's like, well, why would I put all this effort into making a really good indicator when at the end of the day the code is going to be leaked more than likely, or someone will just buy the indicator, keep the code, change a few things, and then claim it's theirs, right? So if anything, I think I'm willing to compromise and say, if you guys are willing to make a really good indicator with pretty good signals, kind of like Pipfinite stuff, just make it private and don't give away the code. Just give access to people that are willing to pay for it. All right, and if it's worth the while, I'm pretty sure people are going to be willing to pay for an indicator that they might not own the code on, but they'll at least own access to it forever. And let's be honest, there's plenty of people buying indicators already as it is, and they're not even keeping them, they're actually renting them. So like you can look at Dodgy, you can look at I think it was Matt Lober or Loeb, I don't know how the heck you pronounce his freaking name, but he also like I think he also rents the indicators that they use, and it's not even like an actual like full-on, I think, trading system from what I know, but people are renting them. So if they have the opportunity to do that and they're making good money and good success with it, why not make a good indicator that people can buy and have access to it full, like for a lifetime, right? So that is just my recommendation. That's my take. Let me know what you guys thought about this review. Leave your comments down below what you guys would like to see in future I guess reviews. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.